conclusion do you come to with it then? Like
Well,
with your equipment and your analysis of just that alone?
Well, at first, before I was able to fast forward the shots, I thought it must be the Hesston lights, a phenomenon like the Hesston lights, right?
Yep.
Because it's cold light. There's nothing giving off in the way of heat signature and thermal. But then when I fast forward it. Going up the mountain, but you know, at 3 in the morning on a moonless night, who would be crazy enough to go up to the top of that mountain? I don't even know if it's legal. So we're here at Mount Adams at James Gilliland ECETI Ranch. I've got night vision on the right there. See the flash going on right now? Okay. I've got night vision, I've got thermal in the middle, black and white, where black is hot. And I've got thermal here showing the color thermography. And you see the lights flashing there? Up at the top, yeah. You see, and there's nothing happening at all in this black and white thermal. There's nobody walking around there, there's no tents, there's nothing. And when you look at the color of this same sort of pushed over square, it's flattened down a bit. There's no temperature change when you see the flashes. And there's the flashes going right now. You see them flashing away. There's another flash. And absolutely nothing. So they're cold lights. And it reminds me very much of the Hesston lights phenomenon in Hesston, Norway. It's got something to do with the minerals, the magnetism, even the charge in the air, and sometimes even the humidity. So there's all 3 scopes, and it's almost 3:30 in the morning here on September the 9th, 2018. And they're just flashing like crazy. They've been flashing for the last couple hours now, and getting very bright sometimes. But nothing's happening in the thermal. So once again, they're cold. They're cold lights. Let's just see if we can watch for a minute and see if we see some more. Yep, the 2 are on there in that sort of little square. And then there's a 3rd one that just flashed. And this is in real time. You can see them. There's another one flashing. Yep, very bright. Very bright. Yet nothing in the thermal. I'll show you both at the same time if possible here. Both lights are on. And they kind of go on and off. There's a 3rd one there as well. And very bright, and you see there's nothing happening in the thermal on the left. Now I'm zoomed right in on this one, but I can't zoom in anymore on this without totally losing resolution. And looks like my battery just died from my thermal. So I'm gonna have to shut this down now. But take a look how bright that is. Really flashing on and off.
Well, it backs up what a lot of people, whether it's James or other people, have been reporting here on Mount Adams going back, I don't know, a couple of 100 years at least now. But for the fact that you've been able to have the thermal on it, the infrared on it, and you can't see any human there, like they say it's hikers, and just what the lights do is amazing, and how they're jumping back and forth, and the intensity of it, the breaking down of it, the exposure way that you've done it using the exposures, I reckon it's pretty epic. Especially look at the equipment you've got to do it. It's like if you're going to debunk it, you would have debunked it. You know what I mean? In terms of saying if it was hikers or whatnot. And
I thought it was hikers at first.
Yeah.
But then because there's a steady stream, you can see them moving up that field at the top there. But yet when you look on the thermal, there are no heat signatures from any bodies.
Yeah.
Any people, right? There's zero, and they should be little black dots from their faces, the heat coming off their face. And you should see their upright, torso and legs of the body. There's nothing, not a thing moving at all. And you can fast forward through hours of footage of that field, and there's just nothing.
So
nothing.
what conclusion do you come to with it then? Like
Well,
with your equipment and your analysis of just that alone?
Well, at first, before I was able to fast forward the shots, I thought it must be the Hesston lights, a phenomenon like the Hesston lights, right?
Yep.
Because it's cold light. There's nothing giving off in the way of heat signature and thermal. But then when I fast forward it, and you can see a stream like the white light moving up and the other one coming over and moving up, there's intelligence involved.
Yeah.
If it was random lights from a natural phenomenon, you would not see that.
There'll be randomness with it. And I filmed, like I said, I filmed lights flying out of the mountain, and to come here and then experience it and I guess see it for yourself, it's a completely different thing. You could say it's always this and that, but to come to some, I guess, understanding it. Look, what it does actually is it leaves more questions than answers. So, and you've got to use discernment, and you've got to try to come down to that 5%, like you say, of what's actually the real stuff. So I think you've broken it down as much as you can with what you've got there anyway.
Well, that's it. And, we've seen quite a phenomenon of this phenomenon copies things. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you noticed that in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
But, copies planes, copies balloons.
Even having copy cars.
Copy cars.
Yeah, like the headlights and like the min lights in Australia, they'll be, 2-3 feet off the ground and...
Really?
Yeah, I've experienced it too. So it's funny how, you said that.